Hi everyone, welcome back to Chem Help ASAP. In this video, we are going to take the calculations that we have already done in our mole to mole stoichiometry video and our gram to gram stoichiometry video and use them to calculate our percent yield. So let me show you how. Okay, you can see on the page here, I have the problem that we worked in our mole to mole stoichiometry. And we calculated that this reaction should produce 1.0 moles of sulfur dioxide. So now the question becomes, if only 0.88 moles of sulfur dioxide were produced, what is the yield of this reaction? So just because you calculate what should be produced does not mean it is actually produced in the real world. It would be great if that was always the case, but usually it is not. Let's start with the equation on how to calculate percent yield. Here it is. It's quite simple. We just need two numbers. We need to know the actual yield, how many grams, moles, milliliters was actually produced when someone went in the lab and ran this reaction. The second number we need is the theoretical yield. This would be the maximum number that could potentially be produced. The theoretical yield is the yield we calculate when we do our stoichiometry. The actual yield is what we get when we go into the lab and run these reactions. So for this question, my actual yield is my 0.88 moles of sulfur dioxide, and that was given to me. My theoretical yield I calculated with my stoichiometry, and that is 1.0 moles of sulfur dioxide. So my percent yield for this reaction is 88%. Here is the problem we did in our gram to gram stoichiometry, and we calculated that we would produce 33.336 grams of water. So now our question becomes, when a student ran this reaction in lab, she collected 26.89 grams of water. What is her percent yield? Here again is the equation for percent yield. Our actual yield is what the student actually produced in lab. Our theoretical yield is what we calculate using stoichiometry. So our numbers for this are the 26.89 grams of water from our problem here. Our theoretical yield we get from our stoichiometric calculation, 33.336 grams of water. Our percent yield with our correct number of sig figs, of course, is 80.66%. Calculating your percent yield is so important in real lab work. You might have an amazing chemical reaction, something that, say, takes lead and turns it into gold. But if your percent yield is only 0.5%, it's not a viable reaction. Now, in my next video, we are going to do a challenge problem full of all kinds of twists and turns in stoichiometry. So I hope to see you there.